The Cats await on Friday night, and Maxie's Pies, they beat up the Bulldogs. 62 points. Harry O'Brien in to join us this morning. Can't believe he stood up to Barry Hall and is still alive. What does that mean for next week? It's semi-finals time, and it's... What about Barry Hall, Robbo? We're just going to have a look at some footage here. He wasn't reported for this on Harry O'Brien, who's a guest later in the show. Will he be? And he was reported for abusive language late in the second quarter.
Well, let's just look at the facts here. The facts are that Barry Hall threw a punch and it hit Harry O'Brien in the throat.
As Paul Chapman did.
Now, Paul Chapman he did a bit of a combination on Liam Picken's chest, which is a bit different. It was below the neck. This one, it's not a... Is it a violent hit like we've seen with Barry Hall? No, it's not. Does it constitute a strike to the neck head? Yes, it does.
What was Harry thinking? Was that the plan to get under?
He was thinking.
I think you can ask him. You can ask him. We'll see him later on. It would have been. Yeah, obviously out there, he knows he's going to be protected with the cameras and everything. But Barry Hall does fire up.
Yeah, he does. But I think we'll check with him later on. But I think that they went after Harry pretty hard. So yeah, giving him a bit back.
Were you floating nearby, Nick, if anything was going to start?
Yeah, I was just at the background just making sure things, just see everything that was going on.
Maxie was hiding under the Duna cover at that stage. We'll speak to Harry O'Brien a little bit later on. Time now for Eric. Up next, he's a star. He's one of the very best. He's with M in the Nintendo Green Room. We'll talk about Harry's world.
Ball again. There's a one-line back. Don't get buried, umpire. Harry O'Brien, you take your life in your hand. You've got a bit of a feel about it all of a sudden out there, doesn't it?
When Harry met Barry last night at the MCG, I assume Harry O'Brien is our special guest. Great to have you on, by the way. I assume you get danger money double time for last night's performance.
Yeah, not quite, mate.
How did it start last night? It was before the siren. All the kerfuffle got rolling.
Yeah, Barry was just asking me for some tips on how to get started with Twitter. And I said it would suit him because you only have to use 120 characters, and I don't think he appreciated it.
Just on the tweeting before we get to Robert, because he wants to talk about it in some depth. You got like 650,000 people following on that thing. How often you tweet at quarter time, half time still?
No, not at all. No, I've got a rule. I don't tweet within 24 hours of the game.
They were aggressive yesterday or last night, weren't they? The Dogs. They went out. I don't know if there's their attitude that they built up during the week. They're going to be really confrontational with the Magpie players. They went after you a little bit. Did you feel that or not?
Yeah, I guess. I think one of the biggest strengths for us, for Collingwood Football Club, is that we've been able to assert our physicality on other teams, and I think that was just a tactic by the Bulldogs to meet that head-on in a final.
So when Barry went at you or whatever, did you feel that I'm going to have to stand up for myself and stand up for the club here, and you took one in the neck, chin, high chest? Where was it?
Oh, to be honest, I can't really remember.
The players' code in full swing.
How do you reckon you go against Barry?
How would I go?
Yeah.
In what?
In a fight.
In a fight, jeez. What, do I have weapons or...?
The results last night, it was a big win to the Collingwood Football Club. It was tough old conditions. I was walking to the game with a mate. His toupee flew off, Maxie. Maybe explains the inaccuracy, but in the end, the Pies were never in danger.
It was, yeah. It was very windy. It was very windy, so it was blowing around. Everyone thinks it's strange, Pendlebury and Didak on the bench, but we quite often start those guys on there. It took a while for us to get a first goal. It was the first goal of the game, and it was Pendlebury, so he happened to come on. Only 7 minutes to go in the first quarter when that happened. Trav Cloak kicking him from the boundary. We love seeing this. We'd love to see him kick a few more from in front, but we're happy for him if he's kicking goals. This is just great commitment by Brian Lake, and I know the Dog supporters would love seeing that. Obviously, a little bit of friendly fire, but he's just gone back courageously with the fight there. Sensational. Ryan Griffin, I mean, there's a lot of doubt on him during the week with his knee, but we knew he was going to play and played well. Kicked a couple of goals, and that was a big one for him to try and get him back in it, and obviously Mick wasn't too impressed.
Is he ever happy?
He's not, no.
Lee Brown's pace.
Lee Brown here, that was a big team lifter right there. I know we were in front, but we were in front by a long way, and he still went and charged and chased down Cross. Was sensational. Don't know if that hit the post or not, but well done by Barry Hall to keep it in and end up kicking the goal. And right here was icing on the cake. did try to do the team thing, looked inboard, and then pretended he was looking inboard, and then nailed it from the boundary line, so he was sensational. 3 things I learnt. The first one, Ryan Griffin is an absolute star. Obviously, there was a lot of problems with his knee during the week, came up and he was sensational. The Pies, we were waiting for this one. It's been hard the last couple of weeks knowing who we're going to play and knowing when we're going to play. And finally, Luke Ball has been a massive recruit for Collingwood. Everyone's talked about Pendlebury, Swan, Dale Thomas. These guys, Didak in the middle, but Luke Ball's in there doing the hard things all the time, and doesn't worry us how many possessions he gets because his effect is huge.
Yeah, he was fantastic. Harry, there was another player who was pretty huge yesterday. He's sitting on my left here, Nick Maxwell. Describe his game, can you, as we look at a few highlights of his performance?
Yeah, just inspirational. The last 3 weeks has been fantastic, mainly because, you know, blokes like Heathrow and myself are getting tagged, so he gets a bit more. No, but Maxie's always just so reliable, just stands up for us, and there's no better player to have alongside you, so very fortunate.
Does he get lippy? Does he give it out to the opposition?
Not really. No,
not really.
Were you there last night?
Did you see this?
What's this? What's going on here, Maxie?
We were just arguing about whether the rain was going to come or not. The forecast was for a pretty wet night, and it hadn't come yet, so we were just
So
arguing.
you're really sociable, the Collingwood boys. You're talking to Barry Hall about twittering, and you're talking to Sean Higgins about the weather.
We try to just keep it real out there, mate, and make sure we're looking out for other guys.
That's good.
What about one of Channel 7's favourite sons, game day regular Brad Johnson? He was sore last night, wasn't he, the old Warrior?
I'm worried about Jono. I think it's either his last game or he's got one more. I don't think he can go on next year, and we don't write blokes off. 362 games, he's been a star of the game. You want to see blokes like Jono go out on top. He's not going to go out on top. Unfortunately, time catches us all, and Brad Johnson, he's been a wonderful captain, a wonderful Warrior, and a superstar player. And he does deserve a clap because he's been so good, but his time is up.
Well, we hope to see him play again, and hopefully it's next week and maybe after that. Harry's staying with us. Harry O'Brien's our special guest. That was the brother Gabriel. That's a ripping song.
Yeah, thanks a lot. My brother is in a band called Gasoline Inc., and he wrote that song just wanting to create something that would pump me up for finals, and yeah.
It's got everyone pumped up. Everyone's got it on the iTunes after.
One thing that people would like to note from the film clip itself, Harry made sure that he had his shirt off in one of the times, so that was an important part of it.
We've had a heap of emails and tweets, just by the way, and just asking, is Harry single? The answer, after reading the paper this morning, is no. The artist formerly known as Fuzzy is your girlfriend.
Yeah, she's my girlfriend.
You're a lucky guy. So a lot of disappointed viewers, by the way.
Celebrity couple.
One final to go. Sydney hosting Carlton this afternoon. You can see that on 7. With your Paul Roos, that makes the skipper of the Pies, Brett Ratton. How do you beat the Swans?
Correct. Well, as you said, they're going to have a lot of stoppages. They just want to have stoppage after stoppage after stoppage. Carlton, we need to use our pace. So we need to get third man up, get the ball going our way, get it out wide and really spread from stoppages. So we want limited numbers there. Second one is Kieran Jack. He's crucial. Oh. He came in as a tagger. And over this year, what he's done is he's just become one of the elite midfielders going around, and he's crucial to them, gives them a lot of drive. Finally, obviously, we've got to stop Goods. And what we're going to do is we're going to put Andrew Walker on him. Oh. He's been out of the team. He's been forward, back, and been thrown around a lot. We're just going to give him a sole role of stopping Adam Goods. I don't care if he doesn't touch the ball. He's got the pace, he's got fitness, he's strong, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to run with Goods. He's going to run with him all the way. That's fine. I'm happy with that. He's put Goods in the ruck. We'll have guys third man up, jumping into his ribs, and I don't think that'll last too long.
Well, he carved them up last time. Let's have a look at what the bookmakers say. This is from sportsbet.com.au. The Swans are favourites, Harry. 3 ins for both sides. Who wins it?
I reckon the Swans will be too strong over there. Yeah.
Righto. So, anyone not think the Swans win in New South Wales?
Robbo?
No, it's a near win.
No, Blues will win, yeah, we'll win.
The coach reckons the Blues get home. Time for the Nintendo DSi Player of the Day. We all know that Matthew Mitchum won a gold in Beijing. This is his brother who's trying to make the London Olympics, doing some training. This is far north Queensland. He had a tough old assignment. Didn't know that the lake had frozen over, and he had a tough old time of it. So Matthew Mitchum's brother, I think his name's Derek, he's got a broken nose at the moment. Bit of quick hands, Maxie, to the man that...
Quick hands for Harry, yes. Harry, after footy, politician or musician?
Musician, politician.
Musical politician.
Musical
Garrett.
politician.
What book are you currently reading at the moment?
The leader who had no title by Robin Sharma.
All bets are off.
Sorry?
All bets are off.
No, he hasn't got it yet.
You would
He's
know.
waiting for his free
Ox wrote a
copy.
children's book a few weeks ago.
I'm halfway through it.
Oh,
Now, is it true that you're doing backup vocals for Gasoline when they're touring?
Not true at
Not
all.
true? No. Now, we probably saw that your take on Barry Hall, you haven't got a lot of fears. We've just got something here we just want to see. Is this something maybe...
No! Don't do that to me.
You scared of these nutsackers?
No, I'm scared of mice. I used to live with I used to live with Maxie, and he used to put mice up on my door and everything.
Just get it. Thank you for coming on. Get that. I'll just get rid of that thing. Good luck in the next few weeks. Couple of games to win. Great to have you on. Ox, as always, a pleasure. Maxie, well played last night. Robbo, you look terrific in Soho.